All right. It lies as usual. Can everybody hear me? Holy gods. Oh, okay. UPS. All right.
Okay, you can hear us. That's good.
Okay, you hear us. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is morning because we're 2 minutes early. As has become traditional, Cecil back in the basement. Kortnee's supposed to be in here, so Jonna's Kortnee's stunt double right now.
Well, we have Deej as well, but Deej is off getting coffee because he was like barely even present when he walked in
No
earlier.
kidding,
so
right?
He was looking a little rough. So I was like, seriously, you actually? It's before 1. So so
what's beeping?
No, that's my phone.
People are beeping
because of course. Everybody, including my ex-husband, need to talk to me today.
It's Tuesday, live stream day.
It's Tuesday, live stream day. Everybody needs to call. So, right.
Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, thank you. It's my lovely hair this morning.
So, we have big news. Actually, I need to.
People think we're actually organized when we do this. I don't know where they get that idea. So.
Oh shit! I was going to wear the one you made for me.
Oh no, that's okay. You can save that one. That's good. It's okay. They saw it last time because I pulled it out and showed it.
I wasn't wearing it and moving around. Hey, dude.
No, and you didn't think it was yours either. So
park and sit.
Working on it. Took a bigger loop than I had to. Apparently.
He's walked in with coffee, and he's been sounding like Tallulah Bankhead and then Kathleen Turner
we're
for the
live.
last 2
I thought
weeks.
we were early.
No, it's actually.
I've gotten the habit of starting live or starting a little early because sometimes the Magic Elf box doesn't like the microphone. So I have to restart. So if I start early.
And of course, you haven't done the commercials because you're looking at your phone. So
yes, well, I'm trying.
He's very trying, but we know that. So.
Okay.
Okay, we'll start with this one.
Oh, the commercials.
And this one.
Yes, and to keep the cool on, because as you can see, I'm in a Hawaiian shirt. Send donations here.
Okay, so the weather has been like an abusive girlfriend who was trying to kill us on Sunday. And today it's all chirpy and light and spring-like and like wearing a sundress. And we're like, I don't trust you.
Psycho bitch. If you like coffee. And they're noticing, by the way, because...
Oh, yes, we got this wonderful note.
Somebody ordered some, and on the card, they said, hi to all the North Texas gang. So,
yeah.
Patronize these guys. The coffee's really good.
Geisha is particularly wonderful.
Geisha is fantastic. Let them know you heard about it here, so maybe they'll send us more coffee. And as always...
I already did that.
Oh, you already did that?
I already did that one way ahead of you. And Sprinkle Mints.
Yes. Brought to you by Sprinkle Mints. When you're used to disappointment. Or brought to you by Sprinkle Mints. Comes with a sidecar of penicillin.
Okay, we have to be careful not to bang on the table.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Well, I was trying to get a cover for the squeaks caper, but...
Okay, so why don't you tell them about it? And then we'll go from there. And I can post a cover.
Oh, okay.
So
the Squeak Saga or Squeaks Caper is going live on Friday. It will have a new story that wasn't in the Africa Tales, African Adventures, regarding a goat and the Nigerian judicial process. A very, as Cedar says, defiant goat. Didn't. Yes, my squirrels are raving, and I'm flicking all over. Oh.
He's kind of all over the place today.
Glow stick. Your rat isn't helping. Yes.
Squeaks Caper. Stories by Law Dog. Out Friday. Covered.
So that's coming out Friday. However, somebody at this table has an orange tag.
Well, but you had it, and we just didn't have a chance.
Once you get it, you keep it.
You keep it.
Fine.
So you need to tell people. So Deesh is sitting here. He is Ictopop on D. Jason Fleming on Amazon.
Yep.
And has a very aggressive publishing schedule. So
that I occasionally hit. So I published a Western earlier this month called Law of the Trigger by Clifton Adams. It was first published as a paperback original by Gold Medal Books in 1956. And due to some screw up on Fawcett / Gold Medal's part, it was never copyrighted because they didn't register it. So
that was unusual.
They missed a few tricks. Fawcett was in the middle of legal troubles on their comic book side at that time, so they were sued by what became DC Comics because Captain Marvel was too close to Superman. And that court case ran like 10 years and it finished up around 55. So wow. I don't know if that's part of it, but I'm assuming. Anyways, Law of the Trigger is a really good book by a writer, Clifton Adams, who was originally from Oklahoma, just a little bit north of here and a good bit east. And it takes place in eastern Oklahoma in parts we haven't been to, or at least I haven't.
Yet.
And it's a, Marshall hung up his guns and, has been living as a farmer for 5 years type of a story. And then a gang from the hills decides to start stealing everything and killing people, and the townspeople go, we need a marshal who's not just a friend of the banker but knows what he's doing. And he's like, no. It's a fun book. It's one of the better ones I've published, with the best cover I've ever published. And
his covers are to die for. We were telling him last night, Kortnee and I were sitting there looking at him going, you need to do like a year calendar with all of these amazing book covers. He needs to do Westerns and he needs to do his science fiction ones because they're stunning. You should just go scroll through his stuff that he has on Amazon. So
it got insta-lynched thanks to my adopted sister via duct tape, Sarah Hoyt.
Adopted sister via duct tape.
Yeah, she duct taped me to her fair and square. She keeps telling me this.
Yep. So.
And I don't get to vote. So.
No.
And for some reason, it got categorized as classic adventure. I'm not objecting. And it ended up #1 in the category, selling, I think, 24 or 25 copies in a day.
You gotta tell people in a day.
In a day. And that's what kicked it up. And the funny thing was, classic adventure, I don't know what Amazon's algorithms are for categorization.
Nope.
But yeah, kind of, because two of the books that were like adjacent to it on its way up to #1 were The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale and The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, which is not an adventure book.
The only adventure that book offers is the opportunity to throw it across the room.
Yes.
So, right.
So this is classic adventure.
Well, no, the others were pretty much classic adventures. It's when it hit #1, the screenshot I have, it's got Casino Royale right next to it. That's fair. Call of the Wild was in there.
Wait.
Podcast cat. Those people are asking. Podcast cat.
Is it the Casino Royale that
Ian Fleming's Casino Royale?
I understand that.
Oh.
Is it the one that Ian Fleming wrote, or is it the one that...
Oh, my God.
To the best of my knowledge, it's the one that Ian Fleming wrote.
Look.
Because I don't think it even came out that they were going to rewrite it until the last week or so.
Okay. So we're about to change out the white-haired mom of the apocalypse for the dark brunette mom of the apocalypse. And her hair's on point this morning, too. So
exit left stunt double.
I'm coming in.
Intro Kortnee.
I was just warming up the chair.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know why I'm starting to growl, is what happened to Roald Dahl is now happening to Ian Fleming.
Which is bullshit.
Okay, rewriting Roald Dahl is offensive, but Ian Fleming, his writing, if you haven't read it in 30 years and you pick up one of his books, you remember paragraphs as you're reading them. Like, it's very specific. You don't redo that.
No, they did.
Which is...
So it's a good thing that the originals are public domain in Canada and you can download them all from fadedpage.com.
Because
there you go.
This whole diversity rewrite
Hi, RK.
is bullshit. It really is. Folks, leave my damn books alone. When I turf off this little green dirt ball, leave my books alone. I wrote them that way for a reason. Keep your fingers off my books.
No, I did not bring dice. Sorry, people are asking.
This is one of the reasons I am morally against copyright being assignable.
Yeah.
Because inevitably, you might get the first generation of people who inherit a copyright being good, like the Tolkien's son. He was pretty good about defending. He wasn't perfect, but fine. But then it
Yeah.
goes into a trust or a legal entity or just great grandchildren who think they have a right to do whatever and live off the residuals forever.
To get their
And
Mhm.
they have
Fingers.
no respect
No.
for what was created.
No.
And
they just want the money.
and the point of copyright, it's written out in the Constitution, is to encourage a creator to create more. Once he's dead, he can't.
Mhm.
Taking care of the kids, okay, fine, but it doesn't go past that. It shouldn't.
Fair. Hi,
Squirrels.
I brought toys.
Yeah, no. I just
I changed topic on you. I apologize.
no, it wasn't that. I was going. I had something important to prod Kortnee into talking about, and now I've friggin' lost my glow stick.
Space Cowboys
Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Thank you.
and upcoming.
Space Cowboys.
There.
Stop messing with that here. You can hear it.
Sorry. I'll play with Oscar instead.
Oscar.
Oscar.
Oscar the Octopus.
Yes.
Oscar's new.
Oscar's new.
He doesn't squeak.
He came for Valentine's Day.
You got an octopus for Valentine's
I
Day.
got octopus for Valentine's.
Somebody has a sense of humor.
Someone knows me. Yes, I have Derp and Spencer. Because Derp Derp overslept and missed the plane. So I needed a new travel buddy. So I got Spencer and brought him home. He's really cool. He's actually made out of a color changing filament that changes as it changes temperature as it dries. So it's really kind of cool. Anyways, so yes, Space Cowboys. Space Cowboys are a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so Electric Rodeo is coming
I
together nicely.
want you to know that my messenger has exploded. All of our releases before this, I
Mhm.
get some messenger stuff and some. My friggin' messenger has exploded.
Mhm. So people are gobble gobble. Jesse, I'm still going to throw things at you. Just so you know. I laughed, but yes, I'm throwing things at you now.
I don't want to know.
You read a story.
What?
The story that
Oh,
he
yeah, okay. All right. That's.
with why the rustling of
You
turkey
know-
feathers is ominous.
Do you know how many stories are going through my head right that I've read so far? They're going
Less than mine.
end of the year. I'm not going to have a brain cell left. My think pudding is going to be overloaded.
I downloaded all the Pinup North submissions that came in last night.
Got another one, by the way.
Okay.
To my personal email.
Okay. So mail it to the
I will.
yeah. Guys, if you mail things to Ian's personal email, it may or it may not end up in the anthology email. And the anthology email is the one that I read, which is how we decide who goes in. So,
Cedar, sweetheart, my love. I wasn't talking about yours.
Cedar. People have sent them to me over Facebook Messenger, which is fine because I can download them and put. I just have to get on the right computer to do so, because I don't leave stuff signed in.
And by the way, I was going to talk to you. For some reason, I thought Cedar was going to be here today because I thought it was Thursday. I don't
Thursday.
know why, because I didn't have enough coffee this morning. But that's beside the fucking point. Anyway, your story's fine.
Yes.
Finish it, send it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Ask the person that sent me the other one. It's coming back. I bled all over it. Rewrite it.
No, RK Nobody follows the directions. In fact, I made a picture to help with following the directions on how to submit stories to us.
I just need a staple gun now. Flack! Oh, that's how you do it.
So I have, and I'll post it on the link to this in the North Texas Troublemakers page
And
on Facebook.
because I'm going to go on a rant.
Okay.
Apparently, and I don't know why, with Raconteur Press, there should not be any iffy, we're not sure what they mean, because we're usually fairly
Blunt.
There should, apparently, there's still some confusion about whether it'll be a Space Cowboys 3.
Yes.
Yes.
The official timeline only goes through July for a reason. Because when things like pinup noir, when I'm looking at the folder and going, oh, we only have 2, we have 3 stories, we have 4 stories. Someone promised to send us a 5th story. I'm so excited. And I look at it this morning, we have 17 stories.
Fucking hell, really?
Really?
Oh God.
So the reason we're fluid, because we can be, is that when something becomes popular, I can add another one. If we get too many, if we have the excess of awesome that we tend to have with all of our anthologies,
Dear Hamilton, just once, I would like to have a single anthology on a subject. Shut up.
so we will likely be going to 2 pinup noir anthologies. I can't guarantee it yet because noir is kind of hard to write. So I'm reading through some of what we've got, although some of what we've got is really awesome, and I'm
Yes,
super
it is.
excited.
It's some of it. We've got some fantastic folks to write for us.
We do. And I'm hoping we can actually do 2 because we have a couple of stories that deserve to be pride of place in some of these.
I've got 2 people I know of that are actual writers.
Actual writers.
That I thought maybe a little bit out of our, who said, hey, is Peanut Noir still open? For you?
Yes, it is. Well, and I may have cornered somebody at a coffee clutch that they didn't think was going to happen, and said, "So when are you writing for me?" And he said, "Look at your story in a week," and he did.
I haven't read that one yet.
No, you haven't. He got it to me yesterday. Actually, I was very excited to see it come in. So. So we've got some really amazing stuff coming in,
Yes,
and some of the covers that Cedar's showing me for some of the images for the covers are amazing.
Yes, they are.
Cedar sent me the Electric Rodeo cover this morning.
We need to discuss some changes to that.
Well, so I'm changing how we're doing submissions and how I'm doing the contracting process. When you get your contract back to me, I will send you promo materials with copies, with covers and copy that you can use to put on your Facebook page saying, hey, this is the next anthology coming out.
Oh, okay.
So you will get stuff from me that you can use, so it all looks the same.
Hair color. I like the blonde. We need to discuss. Okay, on the covers, we need to have a meeting about covers.
Because we're seeing the pants so much by this.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be better about that.
We need to stop. I need to stop flying by the seat of my pants for a while.
Yes, you do.
I've never done this before, folks. I'm a knuckle dragger. I'm a thug. I am a student of violence, all of which does not transfer over to book publishing well at all. So I have fallen back on what I know to do, which is let them run, watch them, and see what I need to change.
And what needs to be shot.
I believe that's Jonna posting under the page name or using her account.
Okay. So
that's Jim.
Oh, that's Jim? That's Jim.
Jim!
Hey,
Hi, Jim.
Is it still snowing?
Yes.
Jim, is it still snowing?
Are you still gonads deep in snow? I am wearing aloha shirts again, which probably changed tomorrow, but neither here nor there. Anyway, so I've been watching and learning, and we'll see about me getting a lot more involved, and that's liable to be really, really catastrophic.
I promise to keep you in line as much as possible.
This transferring from back alleys with lead pipes to having tea and discussing book covers has been a bit disconcerting.
To be fair, there's still occasional lead pipes involved.
Oh, yes. You have no idea. I am tuning up a special slapper just for one person. Anywho, so Space Cowboys. Space Cowboys 2 is on the way.
Space Cowboys 2 is on the way. It will be I've got the copy at its back, and we'll be turning those into a book today or tomorrow. Well, probably tomorrow. I've got too much. I haven't slept. No, I have. About 4 hours of sleep, maybe ish.
Seriously,
kind of.
Seriously,
I laid out what has to be done for the rest of the one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off screen.
Yeah, we have a lot of really cool stuff coming up, but I'm learning how to delegate, which is not easy.
Watch
That's where
me.
the
I
pipe
delegate
comes in.
really well.
I know.
No, that's where the pipe comes in.
That's where the pipe comes in.
'Cause
Yeah,
I went after her with a pipe and sticky notes last night. So
sticky notes, the sticky notes of doom,
yeah.
and I should share a picture of my the mirror in my bedroom.
No, no, no.
That's where I put my to-do list.
My,
I put my to-do list in
every
sticky
single one
notes.
of my squirrels just dropped their glow sticks and yelled, "No!"
And we're silent.
I do my to-do list in sticky notes on my mirror. So when I'm done, I can
Oh,
pull them
sticky
off.
notes.
Yes, I had to make a point of not covering the whole thing
Yeah,
because I could have and
I've
gone
seen
onto
them.
the
I've
wall
seen.
and
I've
then...
seen your book logos.
It's a good logo.
It's a pen nib.
It's a pen nib.
We already have a bottle of wildfire. We don't need another one.
Oh,
And I'm working on the
I
delegate.
also have been doing stuff at home that I haven't let them know about yet. So that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Mm,
I'm always excited.
You're always happy. It makes me nervous. Okay, so Squeak's Caper is coming out Friday. Space Cowboys 2 that we need to. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh, that one's gonna be good.
Mhm.
What?
Mona Lisa, Jim, you look different.
It's the hair. He cut the hair, and we've gotten some implants.
Moving on. Becoming. I need a button that says "Moving on." ... No, it's not Greek. Maybe. No, we're not going there. Okay, so moving on. Pinup Noir is coming along nicely, and apparently now we're going to have 2.
It looks like it.
Looks
yeah.
like it. Because I've got more people who
All
want who have written and are going to get them in, and I may have an idea or two. You might get fiction out of me for some of these.
Me too. Me too. I'm actually since we're going to have a pinup noir 2. Apparently, I wasn't going to write anything because I'm not comfortable taking over a slot for somebody else.
Mhm.
However, I do need the money. So I will be turning in more. Sorry, somebody's getting kicked off of a couple of anthologies. 'Cause I need the money.
You have to pay for those covers somehow.
Yeah, I got to pay for the cover somehow.
Your anthologies, you can pick whoever you want out of them.
Yeah, but I feel guilty about it.
True.
More or less behave on the North Texas site. So
What?
Yeah.
behave on the Facebook otherwise.
Yeah.
So,
Don't be a dick.
Yes, thank you. That's where I was going. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick to my authors. I kind of take that personally. I like my authors. They make money for me. I like seeing them squee. If you're gonna be a dick to them and make them upset, I get annoyed. Please stop.
Yeah.
The person that did that probably will never see this, and that's okay. I've got a lead pipe in a sock.
Yeah. No, don't be a dick to our authors. Because I take it personally, and and I share.
And while her taking it personally can really emotionally devastate you, I'll put you in the fucking hospital.
he's not protective or anything. It's that
Not a
bad
bit.
alley thug thing coming out, you know. and is a tad protective of the people he works with.
Yes.
So,
Just. Anyway, moving on.
So anyway,
we had
and-
visitors to the blanket fort, which was nice.
Do what?
We had visitors to the
We
blanket fort.
somebody
we
made the pilgrimage.
did.
Somebody made the pilgrimage.
And got
the
their
first
bat-
part.
and
The
got their
first part of
badges.
the pilgrimage, because apparently
There's
there-
3 stops on the pilgrimage
there is a
route.
Hajj. There are 3.
There's 3.
Okay, so I know we're one.
Yeah, so the blanket fort is 1.
Okay.
Dinner
Getting
with Jim
invited to dinner at Jim's place.
is 2.
Okay.
And
Oh,
getting invited to
the
Fool's
Fool's
Con.
Con. So
Right.
apparently the Raconteur Hajj or the North Texas Hajj involves a pilgrimage
is-
to the blanket fort.
Oh no, and the 4th one is one of our book release parties.
Yes, and
So-
I need to get some people for.
Yeah,
We've got some big ones
we
coming
have a
up.
couple parties coming. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm staying the hell out of that planning because
You-
no,
trust
but,
me.
I mean, it is possible. You can drop by the blanket fort. I mean, you
Yes.
just have to make sure we're here.
when they're
And-
planning parties, just turn around and walk away.
Yeah, just stay out of our way. So
The gray patches in my beard for walking in on one of their. Don't do it.
So, Tish, what is it? You don't meet Jonna.
Jonna happens to people.
There you go.
And I'm a decade or two behind her, so I don't happen to people quite as strongly. But
2 decades, almost 2 decades behind me. So
I'm
yeah,
not giving that away.
yeah, I don't mind. I have earned every wrinkle. So
True. And,
Cedar can only seat 16.
and Jim, I think maxed at 23.
Well, we had
So-
23, but a lot of us were out on the porch.
I
but
was out on
yeah,
the porch. I spent the entire time out on the porch, and I was good with that.
It was okay because way too many people. But yeah. So I mean, we don't mind visitors. It's kind of fun. And we had this weird thing when the whole like Space Cowboys broke. It was the coolest thing ever because we all the guys were all so excited and posting like crazy. And then Larry launched it, and then it turned out everybody was in the Writer Dojo who was in the Space Cowboys.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
which was
except
really
for-
cool.
Except for one who's
Except for
not
one.
on Facebook.
Who's not on Facebook, right?
So, but he listens to the dojo and he does all that. So
then
yeah,
Jesse-
they're all dojo.
Jesse said something really interesting. He's like, so Writer Dojo is kind of like the university, right?
Mhm.
And we apparently are the party fraternity house of the university.
The party fraternities are the ones that get you launched into all the.
But the point
things.
is too is that having a community of a bunch of people who are supportive and are willing to be honest with you and tell you, yeah, good story, but not quite. You need to work on it some more.
Yeah.
And helping each other out. I mean,
Mhm.
that's really what it's all about, right? So I'm
That's
really
kind of
proud.
what we've been heading for.
I'm really proud that North Texas Troublemakers Facebook page is turning into the I don't even know what we would call ourselves. NTT. What is that in Greek?
Well,
As our symbols or something. That could be another thing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
New Theta Theta.
but you guys have really made that.
we're in Texas. Needs to be a brand. So
We're not branding your authors. I just want to be clear about that.
Although we could get temporary tattoos made.
We could do temporary tattoos, but
That'd be
there's
fun.
no brands are happening. None. That's just a step
But
too far.
I was
Ian.
told
Or-
branding
we
was
can-
important for indie authors.
Okay. Wait. So they make body art Sharpies.
Yes.
We could get stencils made and have people come by and put
We could just brand them
and
as
brand them
ours.
for just for the day.
You're just
you
all
know,
part of that.
weekend.
You're all part of the fluffy cow herd.
We
So,
could totally do that.
oh well, okay. I think we're definitely.
okay, so that went off the rails with a quickness.
A stick of dynamite across the book. I like that, Joy.
Stick of
NTT is
dynamite.
TNT just turned around a little bit. So stick of dynamite across the book.
Apparently, the brand is now part of the Hodge.
Oh my God, Joel's friend who came and saw me at MarsCon.
Oh, she was
It took a
lovely.
week to recover from our 1 hour conversation. She asked, "How do you be successful as a person who sews for a living?" And I went, "Okay, flip top head." Done.
And Joy went boom. I've been known to do that. And I know you I've watched you do it. We've done it to each other.
I know, right? So
Yeah, it's
oh my
fun.
God.
Okay, moving on.
Badge ribbons. Badge ribbons are a thing, and we're gonna have more. We'll have them at the next couple of conventions.
Yeah, we need to get the
we need to
team,
get- yeah.
the team, and more.
Yeah, we need to get our team in more ones.
Well,
You know, a couple of
somebody was
people-
getting Tina more
Right.
things.
So whoever's doing that, let me know so we can like find out who you are. You send me an email.
I do need to clarify some stuff about Acadra Press real quick. We don't pay by the word.
No.
You get paid right off the bat, and we pay you for as long as we publish. If we're still publishing these books in 10 years and we're still making enough that we can send out a minimum of $10 to the authors, you'll still be getting paid.
Yeah, and with the way we've got things put together, every anthology that we release gets more sales than the previous anthologies.
Nice bumps. And
Yeah,
they're
they were
they're
fantastic.
getting really, really good.
So when Larry shared Space Cowboys, there were several comments that said, "Oh, I got those and a couple others I'd meant to pick up." So they went through and bought all of the Raconteur Press anthologies, which is fantastic. But and they're listed as a series, so
Yes, I
we're-
saw that. That's great. Thank you.
yeah, so we'll
Thank
have
you,
all those
Emily.
together.
Jim is right. Get your Amazon author pages put together.
Yes, if you're one of our authors and you're in one of our anthologies, make your Amazon author page and click and claim your anthology.
Claim the anthology. You
Okay,
can do that.
I'm about to walk over here and look at Ian. Do you have your author's page put together?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Mm.
Do you want me to throw things at him?
We could throw things at him, but he bought peanut butter, so we have to be nice.
Oh, true.
Um,
The squid can come for your head.
It's not
It's
a
not a
squid,
squid.
it's an octopus.
it's an octopus.
This is true. This is awesome. I will not throw Oscar at people.
Also,
Oh, and
The
Tina
fact
says
that
if
we
you need
have-
graphics for that, she'll help you with that.
the fact that we have open calls for anthologies, we don't invite people. There are a couple of folks that got their
They got kind of shirty with me.
about the fact. Well, you didn't invite me.
Goodreads is not the best place to be, Jesse. So,
Okay. If you are a world famous author, what own a mountain, or has a common saying of "oh no," or goes into 30-page expos on how to order a pizza,
You have an open invitation.
yeah, we'll shoehorn you in somewhere.
Mhm.
The fact that we're open does not mean we're insulting anybody,
No.
and we will probably always remain an open house. There may be an occasional, especially in the Fuzzy Yeet Cow universe, there may be an occasional quiet. I set it up on the side and invite people, but for the most part, Rancho Press anthologies are not going to be invitation. We're not going to issue invites because
Mm-mm.
one, we're too damn busy.
Yeah. And I won't remember. I won't remember that. I won't remember that I invited you. I don't remember to follow up. And half the time when you invite people, you have to track them down and beat the book out of them, which I don't have time for. With looking, I've looked at just my schedule for this year.
yeah, it was a little horrifying, wasn't it?
I went shopping. Uh, therapy.
Oh, therapy.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had to chase people down.
Yeah.
And still don't have stories from them. So I'm not gonna, and it's not insult. I'm not insulting anybody. One, we don't have time. She doesn't have time to chase you down. I've been trying and it doesn't work. Apparently, I need to work on the brass knuckles part a little more. And it's a waste of my time. I could be doing other things.
There are a couple people that I was very nice and polite and told them I was told to come and beat them up for a story, so consider this your beating. And they're like, oh, we totally like, I totally have an idea for this. We can do this this work at this time period. I'm like, that's great. We can do that. Please do that. Get it to me by next week.
No.
Okay, can
So-
we just do a scroll moment?
Yes.
Because Cedar posted his book that got the orange tag, but I was just saying that we need to do a calendar for his stuff.
Yes.
Look at this cover. I mean, is that not like the most glorious cover ever?
That's glorious.
He has done some amazing book covers.
He's just doing his own covers, and they're just he like totally nails it.
I didn't know you did covers.
He does.
I mean,
You've been holding out on me.
He's following Cedar's lead and doing them for his stuff. And
I ideally put out a public domain novel or collection a week. I need covers, so I do
so
them
he's figured out how to do them.
because it's cheaper than anything else.
You've been holding out on me.
Mm-hmm. So he needs to do a calendar of his covers. We're going to do a
Yeah.
calendar of our covers. So yeah, and other fun and exciting things you can pick up
So
at conventions.
the fact that we don't do invitation is not an insult to anybody.
No, it's just there's so many new people that we get to discover that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know?
And I like reading new authors. I like people who said, "This is the first thing I've ever written." I'm like, "Fantastic! You're my
Yeah, we
anchor
had
story."
somebody up the that just got the very first paid.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Wally. I talked to
Wally,
him at
okay, yeah.
FenCon. I remember you, Wally, and I didn't.
That's a threat.
And it wasn't, and I remembered you after I accepted your story. It did not mean that you got in because you hung out with me at a party at FenCon. It
Although
was
proving to be a good and fun human being is always a plus.
Yeah.
yes,
So-
because I want to hang out with fun people and I want to publish stories from fun and cool people. So if you tell me that if I tell you about a story, an anthology that we've got coming in, and you say, "Hey, I've got an idea for that," and I think you're cool, send it. I'll tell you to send it. And those of you who have followed up on that,
As you may not have noticed, we are flexible, morally, physically, and
We are not physically flexible.
we're working.
Say
We are
right now,
working on that part. We have
we
reasons
are
to be
flexible.
flexible.
As you've seen, the fact that we have one anthology doesn't mean that we won't just go, what the hell, and do two.
Mhm.
Especially if you give us stories. People, past the date, I can't send in a story. Send it.
Send it.
Just go ahead and
Because
send it.
if it's so, I have the cutoff date because I know that people are going to be late, and I have my process takes almost 6 months for some of these anthologies, but it takes that long because I know that we can be flexible in that. Like if I know that if we need to, someone's have an issue with this, we can do this faster, we can do this slower, we can bump them to something else because they need it
Semper
works
Gumby.
better. I will always make time and space for things that need to be made.
Like I said, okay, that's as y'all have seen right here. Apparently, we're going 2 pinup anthologies. Okay,
I was
send your
hoping so.
stories.
Because it's such an awesome concept and it's a great picture,
Mhm.
and I love pinups, I love noir. It's like I love everything about this idea.
And honestly, folks, I'm real big on deadlines
Mhm.
because I know that A, we'll get the majority of our stuff on the deadline, and B, we'll get 25% of it after the deadline.
Mhm. Oh, we get a bunch of stuff on the day of the deadline, which means we had 17 stories yesterday. Today is the last day to turn in a
We'll get
story.
another 5 today.
We'll get more. We're going to have enough for 2 anthologies. I can just tell you that, which means we might have enough for 3 if enough people get me their stuff late.
So tell everybody we've got a deadline. We want that out there. That
Yes.
Raconteur Press has deadlines, by God, because we'll get most of it on the deadline,
Mhm.
and 48 hours after the deadline, we'll pick up the stragglers.
and and we'll do deadlines for the 3rd and the 4th anthologies. So like the 3rd Space Cowboys anthology does not have a deadline to it yet
No,
because it might be full.
it might go into a 4th.
But
I don't have
I'm
a
not.
title for the 4th yet.
We'll work on that.
You'll figure
We'll
it
have
out.
to,
We'll just ask the chat.
We'll ask the
20
chat.
titles.
Yeah. So what that's one of the reasons why I don't do the deadlines so much more out than 6 months, because we know we can adjust, because we've already had to adjust twice
On everything.
on everything.
In other news, other things to submit to are Steam postcards.
Yes. So we're going to they so the postcards anthology, holy cow, the postcards from Mars is amazing. And Jonna and Cedar and I are going to World
Steampunk
Steampunk Exposition in Lafayette, Louisiana, the 10th through the 12th. You're going to get to see a lot of us there.
Because it was a good story, Jim. Suck it up, Buttercup. Drive on.
I put things where I think they belong, Jim.
It's a good story. Suck it up. Moving
Get
on.
over it.
Honestly, really, when Jim writes a cowboy story, he gets on the cover. End of story, because it's Jim. Just deal. So
And you wrote mining cowboys in planes. Jim, why wouldn't I put you on there? Like, yeah. Sorry, World Steampunk Exposition will be in Lafayette, Louisiana, March 10th through the 12th. I know you weren't. I love you. And we're going to be doing another postcard anthology. So Postcards from Mars. This is the one we did at MarsCon. Right now, the title is Steam Powered Postcards, because we're going to be at a steampunk convention. The cover is amazing.
it's gorgeous. We're not showing it yet.
I'm not showing anybody the cover yet. I have graphics for the instructions on how to put them together, on what the rules are, how to submit the submission email, because I'm going to disconnect the postcard submission email from the anthology submission email because it got
Oh my God.
way overwhelming. So it's got its own email now, and yes, it is misspelled.
What's
You'll notice it when you see it. Yes, the email is misspelled. I did it on purpose.
Okay.
So
on that note,
Mhm.
within the next 6 months, there's going to be big changes on the internet front for Raconteur Press.
mhm.
Yeah, we're going to have we're working on a website and an actual honest to God email with a submission form.
We're going to be professionals.
Yes, we're gonna have a submission form where you have to fill out the blocks before we let you submit it. Like the block with your name.
You mean they have to put their name like on their story?
Yes.
So it's like in school, if you don't put your name on your assignment, you don't get credit for it. And if I like your story,
We'll take all your money.
yeah. So if you turn in a story and I can't find it in my submission, it doesn't have your name on it, I'm gonna publish it anyway, and we're gonna give the money to charity.
Charity being.
Actually, probably do upgrades to the blanket fort, quite frankly.
Yeah, no kidding.
We have a bunch of stuff that we're going to need to do. We've been doing most of this either out of donations or out of pocket, and we have some upgrades that we need to do to do the next
Yeah.
iteration of what we want to do.
So
Watch for that. We're working on that. You can
So-
always send to the Ko-fi account if you want to, buy more squirrel food or better mics or actually we have a fantastic mic.
Fantastic mic. Thank you, John Van Stryke,
Yeah. John Van Stryke, thank you very much for the mic. It's
For
amazing.
donating the Yeti. This is top of the line equipment right
Yeah.
here.
So one thing we do need is a travel camera so we can do live streams from the various places we're
'Cause
going.
apparently we're known for our live streams. I can't understand why.
Can't imagine. But we're looking at travel equipment and stuff like that. So you guys are always welcome to donate to the Ko-fi. But we're gonna be a bit more organized
Yep.
about things going forward.
We're
so.
going to open up a proper webpage, like I said, with an email for submissions. You have to fill out the form. We're still knocking out. Yeah, we're still knocking out the fine detail on that.
Yes, thank you, Keith, for the stand as well.
Yes,
The mic is fantastic setup.
stands really
We just
nice.
need to put one for the road.
Well, that snowball will probably work for the road.
Yeah, we're working on getting the mobile stuff together so we can do that.
We are Raconteur Press and North Texas Trollmakers are currently in the stage where we've got a lot of ideas that need doing, and maybe not as much liquidity as to get them done yet.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
There's a lot that we can be done with lack of sleep and elbow grease. But there's some stuff where you just have to throw money at it.
Yeah.
And that's where
We're actually
cutting.
getting bigger faster than I thought we would.
yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think we were going to get very big. I thought this was going to be a 6-month thing and then move on. I didn't realize
You have friends who like to see you succeed.
people. Anyway, then I thought, okay, we'll be a nice, quiet, small press that launches an occasional book,
Mhm.
and then they wound up started out with one book or an anthology every 6 months, and went on to a book every Friday, which I really wasn't expecting.
Yeah, and that's actually the North Texas Troublemakers do have a book almost every Friday for the next 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I wound up getting known as a publisher and got into a spat. So I guess we have arrived.
We didn't start a fight. We were very
We
polite.
didn't start one.
We'll finish it. We tend to do that.
Anyway, okay. So yeah, we got death threats if we cancel. No shit.
Yeah, and we are entertaining. I will give you guys that. And
Yes.
our entertainment ranges all over. We're hysterically funny, and
We're
Occasionally
being known for
insightful.
bringing the 21st century equivalent of science fiction magazines back.
that is not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing.
I-
I
that
just
was-
didn't expect it to happen.
That's honestly one of the things I wanted to do when I was in high school and going to college. Like, this would be awesome. They're like, everyone, no, those are dead. I'm like, damn it, not
Apparently they're
anymore.
not.
So
Apparently, clear. It's alive.
dedicate an anthology to NSA Frank's liver. That'll be the E4 anthology, which we're not doing because that doesn't exist.
Actually, we do need a dedication to Frank's
Frank's
liver.
liver. You know,
Also, if you
Your
love,
Honor, I can explain.
guys,
Yeah.
if you love early pulp stuff too, I come home and Ian's like standing there in the living room, not the one on screen, the other one,
Deej.
talking about, wow, I found this really cool thing, and I get this dissertation about this cool new thing he found from some 1924 publication that I'd never heard of. And it's like, wow.
We're not miking the house. We're not miking the blanket fort 24/7. We're not doing it.
No, we're not miking the house
Because
will keep you all awake.
Yes.
Because the number of conversations I have with myself at 2:00 in the morning.
Amanda D, I'm guessing another one of my authors that made the Hodge.
Mhm.
Space Cowboys missed out on the orange tag of greatness by that much. That much. I think our first one that didn't get an orange tag.
Yeah. Well, the Ghost of Malta didn't get the orange tag, but the other two did. And we were this close, and we lost out to an anthology that had 110 reviews and was going for 99 cents. We were number 2 to that. So
I got no issues.
we did not do badly for being a $5.99 anthology.
Yeah, we're
at
we're
11 reviews, I
Raconteur
think.
Press, and we've been getting orange tags, and we went to number 2. There are small presses out there that would shank me in the kidney for that sort of record.
We've done remarkably well for
And it's really because of all you
bootstrap
people.
startup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
For a baby publishing house that's been open less than a year.
Yeah, and
That's amazing.
it's because
you
of
guys.
you guys.
All I do is stand out front and look pretty.
Damn, for
Yeah,
2-year-olds.
that's the anthology for 2-year-olds. Yeah.
You got wait. There's a story there. You guys lost out to an anthology for 2-year-olds.
I think it was one of the tales from around the supper
Are you
tables.
kidding?
Yeah, we didn't make it because there was a children's anthology, and boy, it should not have been in our category. Woo!
Yeah. Well, and so one of the things I was looking at was in the just fiction, not because the one that we need to hit actually is the science fiction anthology.
Spot reps. Yeah, it was spot reps.
Spot reps.
Yeah, Turbo Murder in the Desert lost out to anthology for preschoolers.
That seems
They should not have been in the same category.
someone got their keywords wrong, and Amazon's algorithm is borked badly, and it's so big and so everywhere that there's no way to actually fix it, which is just so irritating.
Yeah,
but you have to learn how to play with it.
Chinese Turbo Murder was in the same category as preschooler anthologies.
I mean, all 2-year-olds are psychopaths. It kind of
True.
fits.
So, but one of the things I was looking at was the fiction and literature. So there's different categories that we were trending. I was watching as we went up to see if, like, which one would give us the tag. And our best and highest placing, actually the one that's the most competitive, is the sci-fi anthologies and stuff like that.
Which we consistently do fairly well in.
We do, and we hit number 2. The one that I was looking at was the fiction and literature, just like overall fiction and literature. We had the number 3 book, the number 5 book, and the number 7 book. We had Space Cowboys, Postcards from Mars, and But Not Broken. Cedars was on there as well. We were
Well done.
I was trying to get a screenshot, and my phone would not take it. But we had all 3 of us right there on the top 10 for a really major category. So they're doing good, and they're all very different books. I'm sure all of you who've read all of them, but they all deserved that kind of attention.
Yes.
Because it is just general fiction literature, which is like what you put if you don't have a genre tag to hang it on. So, which everything goes into, and then you go into your genre categories. So it's kind of fascinating to see how those work. But yeah, having 3 books launched back to back
Which we're going to be doing for a while, according to that calendar over there.
We also have some other stuff coming too, because we have live stream broadcast tomorrow night.
Yep.
Deej doesn't know this yet, but he's going to be doing a chat about what structural editing is.
I am.
Yes.
Okay, when?
We haven't said it yet.
Okay.
To be determined. It's on the list.
As long as it's not tomorrow night, that's
No, it's not
okay.
right. No, but we're getting a lot of requests for things that people want to know more about.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some stuff that people don't need. They need to know about.
Yeah,
That don't know
Yeah.
they need to know about. That we need to do.
Mm-hmm. So we've got some plans for some like little 5-minute videos of this is how you do this thing that we've asked everybody to do, and it's like, how do I get paid? Which is important.
Yes.
Figuring out how to sign up and how to get
I
paid.
get upset when my authors don't get paid.
Yeah, it's important. So there's a bunch of stuff that it's 5 minutes to set this up, but you need to take the 5 minutes to do it, and we can walk you through how to do it.
Knowing what your resources are, because we're getting a lot of questions like, how do I do blah?
Right.
Oh, well, okay. But we could solve that with some like 20-minute discussions,
Right.
with these talking about what structural editing is opposed to copy editing, which is
Right.
opposed to,
And because that's important, because you don't want to spend $5,000 on a structural editor when you don't need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If all you need is a real copy edit, then that's then you're hiring the wrong author doesn't do you any good, and it might actually make it worse. But we need to have those conversations.
Also, we need to have a sit down, probably over there, and discuss Raconteur Press and what we expect.
Yes,
Because
I
that's
did that already last time.
we're going
well,
to.
we need to have a 5-minute video that people can go to, because the majority of the messages blowing up my messenger inbox are, well, what does Raconteur want? An entertaining story. Yeah, but no, there's no but. There's no but. Entertaining story.
He is not a mom of the apocalypse. We bring in subject matter experts as we need them.
SMEs. SME. Are we having a business meeting? Only if we do it at the raisin farm, because I have to work.
Yeah.
Three
No,
moms.
we'll be doing this with the 3 moms tomorrow. Because we have the live stream, and then we have a calendar and sticky notes. So
And the calendar keeps bleeding.
Yep.
Because every time I show up,
Yeah.
every time I show up, I look at it and I say, "Oh, that looks pretty good." Come back. That wasn't there earlier. That wasn't there
Pretty
yesterday.
much. That's why we have it. So
Mhm.
Walked in today. Where the hell did that shit come from?
Yeah. Well, and part of it was we figured out the big tasks, we broke them down into smaller tasks that could be, some of them delegated and some of them worked out earlier, so we knew when to get stuff done, because it takes me 5 minutes, but if I have to do 5 minutes plus 5 minutes plus 5 minutes plus 5 minutes, it takes an entire day. So if we can delegate it out and have it on the board so somebody else can pick it up, it saves me some time and lets me get some sleep.
okay, so there's somebody just said 3 moms of the apocalypse branding iron. I'll just send them a picture of my 8-pound iron.
She does. Oh my god, she has an iron. It's amazing.
I need to do a tour of the blanket fort, because so many people are like,
Yes.
wait, what? Where are you guys? I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
And I thought when Jonna first got this place, we'd have enough room.
We do. We just have to rearrange some things.
Mhm.
So
And we need to work things out. It's fine. And yes, and PubShare is the one thing that people have been not complaining about, but it
It does trip you up.
Yeah.
It's a fairly intuitive setup process, but there's one part of it, and it's the part about getting paid,
Mhm.
that is less intuitive than it needs to be. And it looks like you go through it, looks like you've set up your payment, you haven't.
Mhm.
So you need to go
Yeah.
and do that separately.
So, but we'll do it. We'll walk someone through it who doesn't know what they're doing, because we got to get Jonna set up on PubShare. So she will be our guinea pig, and you guys get to walk through it with her. It shouldn't. So we're
Cedar's
gonna
got
do.
screenshots, so
Yeah,
we're gonna make sure we've got it covered in 8 different ways.
Yeah. We'll have screenshots. We'll have it written out. We'll have it a video. So there will be
because there are 3 different ways of learning. There is the visual,
Mhm.
there's the auditory, and there's the kinesthetic. So we
Mhm.
need to cover all three learning types.
Yep. So we're going to do that. So we'll do the same thing with formatting a short story for submission. And I'm not going to call it short. What do you guys suggest? Formatting a short story so Kortnee doesn't kill you. We will not be calling it that. Subtext maybe, but no. I will walk you through how to format a story for submission. That will work at pretty much anywhere you're going to submit a story for. What's worked best for for my workflow is what you'll be getting the most of, because there's ways that I can just drag and drop into my formatting instead of having to go through and fix certain
Number
things.
1,
Put your name on the gut. Sorry.
1A, submit it in a commonly used format. Again, I got another one that the yak herders use. I'm gonna block that guy. it's got to be a joke because he started it again. I can't open it. Why not? Because it's used by yak herders, 3 of them in Mongolia.
Don't kill all yaks in Mongolia. Which is why there's only 3 of them.
And this is after saying multiple times, Open Office, Microsoft Word, Google Docs,
Rich text format.
just a standard. When I mean standard, one used by the majority
Mhm.
of the computerized population.
And so don't submit it in Notepad, please. I had one submission for Space Cowboys,
oh.
and
God, seriously?
Oh,
I had one submission in PDF that I approved ahead of time because I knew why we were doing it in PDF, and so she talked to me about it, and I walked her through how to do the whole thing so I would have it and have it in time.
yes, I also mean LibreOffice. It's the
Yeah.
same damn thing.
No rich text, no Notepad, no TXT, DocX, because with DocX I can drag and drop it into my file, and
And nothing
it does-
.ykt. No, that's what the
YKT.
friggin'
yeah.
that's why I say yak herder. It's YKT or YKH. I forget which. Anyway, a file .ykt or YKH or
Something
something.
that I can't open.
And now I want to write up a yak text format definition.
It's all wingdings.
They're laughing at you.
Peter.
It's a Peter.
I walk in and you're all laughing. I start ducking.
Well, the person that sent me the .ykh or YKT file sent me another one,
Uh-huh.
and apparently, anyway,
Most librarians are now yaks. I like that.
no, we have enough uplifted as it is. Anyway, so moving on.
You've been uplifted? Where?
Not yet.
What portion of anatomy are we discussing?
Negative, Ghost Rider. Pattern is full. Awful lot of giggling going to my left. One, put your damn name on there so we can pay you. That's very important to us, is paying our authors.
Mhm.
And
Sorry, we'll keep it.
Yeah, and all joking aside, if you do tell me who you are, I will put your name on something. But if I like it and you send it in, I'm keeping it. And it's going to fund my.
and again, please tell folks that if you have a good experience with raconteur, tell folks what's blowing up my inbox is questions about stuff we've already answered multiple times.
Mhm.
It's well, how do you pay, which we've covered multiple times.
It never hurts to answer it again, but we do need to have an FAQ. I think.
Frequently asked questions.
Yes.
You looked confused.
No, I was
Okay.
Yeah, but how do we pay? And it's it's profit share from the first publication. The
and
contract says
please
something slightly
understand
different.
that when we say something, we mean it. When I start getting messages, no, how do you really? No, we really.
We really, and when you're accepted to an anthology and sign your contract and sign in, once I've got everything set up, you can do the math and you will see that it is an equal share across everybody.
We are very, very, very open, and that's going to stay that way.
Mhm.
There
We,
is no 10% for the big guy.
the only
No.
10% is to pub share, so they do all of the tax work,
Because they do the paperwork.
They
do the
You don't
paperwork.
have to.
and I don't have to because I
Yeah.
suck at it, and I really don't want to get people in trouble.
Mhm.
So everything else is split evenly.
Yeah.
And, we'll continue to do that. And like I said, and this is another one that just people can't understand, is yes, you get your rights back, all of them, in 1 year.
Mhm.
And we will also still continue to pay you. So yes, you can get paid twice for a story after a year.
That's
and
what-
we encourage you to do that.
Cedar wrote a blog post for Mad Genius
Yes.
a week ago, I think.
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago, about write short, get paid twice.
Yeah.
You submit to the anthology, get paid for that, and then when you get your rights back, you do your own you submit it somewhere else. We actually had someone in one of our anthologies who submitted twice. They did a magical stories, a magical schools, and then when that one was done, she submitted to us.
Okay.
There was no conflict, and it was a fantastic story, and I wanted it in our Malta books, so we did it and we made it work.
Honestly, what I'd like to see is like Evan. Evan's got 4 stories with us,
4 stories with us.
6 more anthologies. He's got enough for an anthology of his own.
So write a couple new ones, throw them in, and there's your book.
Yes,
He's apparently sending you 2 more. I think
Good.
that he's talked about. So,
but get paid for the ones you've given us
mhm.
and for the foreseeable future, and then get paid again when you publish them on your own.
Yeah, because you can
It's
can
a
do
twofer.
your collection of short stories you can do a collection of short stories I submitted to these anthologies. There you go, and then it's everybody who wanted your stories.
Here's a collection of my short stories because I've got authors out there that have fans that don't want to read anybody else, and that's perfectly understandable. If you want to read all of Evan's works, Evan should publish a book with all of his works in it,
Mhm.
so his diehard
So diehard fans can have all of his stuff,
can
and so
have
they
all
can
his stuff in one book.
And as we get more anthologies out, and we get authors, I don't say like aging out from us, but who've got multiple of their stories back from multiple anthologies. I'm having plans to walk through and show you how to do this, so that you're not just making money for us, you're making money for you.
Well, sister, we haven't sent out automatic reversion yet because we haven't gone a year or anything yet, have we?
Ghost of Malta's coming up.
Yeah.
Should be April.
If I remember, I'll send out a reversion. If not, ask for one. And
I'll
I'll-
add it to the workflow calendar. So
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, well, we need to write one up and have it ready to go so I can send out a form. Because anybody that helped us with the postcards from Mars anthology
But it should
saw
be in
the
the
form
contract. It
that
should
they
be in the
got from Chuck.
contract. It should be in the contract.
And the contract should be enough, but occasionally Amazon will ask, "Hey, do you is this really yours to have back?" Like, yes, here's the form that says you have your rights back to publish. We're going to keep it in print for this, but so we'll have all the legalese done. So it's just a form you can file. Yeah. So you shouldn't need the reversion form, Kermit, but we will have one just in case.
Have a fact and
So fact at RPR.
the frequently asked questions part will be longer than the actual contract.
You know what? Not the worst not the worst thing, but I'm putting together a package of stuff to put it together for new authors. Yeah, like I said, I don't think you'll need it, but we'll have it.
We'll have one for you.
Yeah. Postcards from the NSA.
Hi, Frank.
Frank,
Postcards from Frank's litter. That one should just have a sign on the front that says, "Help me."
Well, that one needs to be all EMTs and medical professionals.
Oh, we're 2 minutes over. Okay.
Crap, we are.
Yes, we are.
Hey.
Let's see. 34 people on, 28 likes. Y'all are slacking.
Go hit the like button. Like and subscribe because we're going to do a bunch more from this channel.
Yes. Jim is coming back Thursday, but probably won't be back in time to do the Thursday
No, he
live
won't.
stream.
he'll be here for.
So Thursday will be the last live stream from North Texas. Well, not last.
Not last
But-
this week.
Next
That's a
Tuesday
little
we'll be
fun.
going back. We'll be back over at Old NFO's channel.
I'll drop in on Thursday to make sure you don't screw up.
So I'll be here Thursday with whoever, probably Cedar and whoever else we can Shanghai. And then Tuesday back to Old NFO's channel. Okay. Remember, Squeak's Caper coming out Friday. Space Cowboys 2 coming out
Next week.
next week. Buy Deej's orange tag.
Mhm.
It's got an orange tag. You need to buy it.
Yeah. Go look for Ictopop Media, right?
Mhm.
Ictopop Media is where he's got all the pulp stuff he's got going up. He has an orange tag on one, and the covers are
The
amazing.
covers are astounding.
Like, just go look at the covers. Buy them for the covers.
Everyone goes and sees my old covers.
You know what? You have enough up there that are really awesome. I'm hoping that those will be the ones that they see first. But go scroll through everything, and if you see something that needs a new cover, go buy it and then tell him about it.
All right, guys. Y'all be safe. Remember,
Yes, we have the Three Moms of the Apocalypse are doing our live broadcast tomorrow. We're trying to do one a month.
6 p.m. Central.
And it'll be 6 p.m. Central Time. I will make notifications and put pictures up everywhere. So hopefully people remember, and it'll be here on the North Texas Troublemakers page. Okay.
y'all be safe. Don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet sweaty stuff. Bye.